Pam, this is a Monstera cutting that I took 11 weeks ago because it has new leaves growing out of the glass now. We're gonna go ahead and repot it. Oh my God, please. I want an umbrella like this. Yeah, I like it. Not super marketable probably, but you'd buy it. Anyway, I just wanted to show you how easy it is to propagate these guys. Monsteras in general, I've found. Hi! I had an audience. He's 7. All right, so with these, I just chopped them off like so, and I threw them in here. I haven't changed the water, but I have topped it off a couple of times. This is rainwater and a little bit of like castings tea that I water all my plants with. So I just threw it in there and did nothing. It sat in a not super bright place. Now it looks like this, which granted, these aren't super long, but I don't care. This is when I like to pot them. When my roots have roots, that's when they go in dirt. So let's do that. So to repot this, I'm gonna go ahead and use my regular potting mix, coconut coir, perlite, charcoal, worm castings. Because this is a Monstera, they like it very chunky. I did have bark in here, but I also added quite a bit of coconut husk, which I really love to chunk up soil for these, and Hoya too. I'm also mixing in some systemic insecticide because I don't want to deal with anything bug related. I love philodendrons and monsteras so much, but they are really prone at my house to getting thrips and spider mites. So, you know, it's a constant battle. I'm gonna do what I can. This soil could be even chunkier. I don't feel like going downstairs and getting more. So what I'm gonna do is I have a pretty big 8-inch pot here. I don't really want to go bigger than that. When the roots aren't very big, they will grow fast once they're in soil, but I don't want to give them too much soil around them because that'll rot. So just like regular potting, I'm just gonna fill this up about 1/3 of the way as it comes right out the bottom. About 1/3 of the way. That one's actually not very long, but it's growing another, I don't know what to do, hold on. This one, you can see I kind of left an aerial root on and that got real gnarly. I could absolutely leave these in water longer, absolutely longer. I wouldn't do less. You'll probably find some mushy stuff, just take it off. I'm so impatient. But they've all got new growth, so let's do it. Do what you can do to get them in there so that they're snug, but they're not cutting each other off. Because it's all roots down in there and it's just real open and everything, make sure that the soil is getting underneath it and in all those little crevices so that you don't end up with air bubbles later. Be real careful of the babies. You will snap those right off. Look at her. So I'm not saying this is the best idea because I don't know if it is or not, but I always do it. So it's worked fine for me. If it like rots your plant or something, like don't come at me, but I'm gonna use the water that I just pulled these guys out of to water the soil with. It's a little homecoming. Housewarming? A house wedding gift. Oh, that's funny. It's a wedding gift. Wedding. You guys get it. Water it really well. Get the soil very wet, assuming you have drainage, because you're not potting anything into anything without drainage. So get it completely soaked. Remember that it's used to getting only water, and so it is going to be kind of a transition right now, and you don't want to make it any harder than you need it to be. These guys are pretty hardy. I haven't had really any problems transitioning them. They've taken really well. I guess I'm doing something right. Reduce, reuse, recycle, right? I don't like pouring into things this big because I pour too much at a time and then the soil gets all dumb. Okay, now I have to find some place for her to live. That'll be fun. So that is moving a water prop into soil. It's really not difficult at all if you are considering it. Like, honestly, cut it off, stick it in a vase, have a pretty table decor for a couple of months, and then pop that baby in soil and give yourself a new Monstera or whatever. You can do the same thing, by the way, if you're just trying to fill in one of your existing Monsteras for some reason. You can just, you know, chop one off, prop it up, and stick it back in that soil too. You will have to repot the whole thing because remember, the established ones in soil already, they grow roots really fast. So you're not going to be able to just dig a hole and stick a giant ass. No, it's not going to work. You're going to have to repot the whole thing. If you got any other questions on these, let me know. I am kind of obsessed with Monsteras. I have 1, 2, 3. Oh, Jesus. I have 4 just in here. And my big one's downstairs. My big one has 5 vines in it. 1, 2, 3. This one is 4 vines. I don't actually recommend having more than 2 or 3 vines in there at a time, just because it's going to get big and it's going to get big fast, and you aren't going to have anywhere for it to live. So, okay, I'll see y'all later.